Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Godan Raman. In this session, we are going to discuss with residue theorem, inverse Z transform. Look at the problem. Find Z inverse of Z into 3Z square minus 6Z plus 4 divided by Z minus 1 whole square Z minus 2 using residue theorem. Before that, residue theorem is nothing but residue theorem. F of n equal to sum of the residue. Sum of the residue of z power n minus 1 f of z. And then when to find the residue, we have two formula, poles of order 1 to calculate residue, limit z tends to a, z minus a, z power n minus 1 f of z. When the pole of order 2, then another formula to find the residue, limit z tends to a 1 by m minus 1 factorial d power m minus 1 d z power m minus 1 z minus a whole power n z power n minus 1 f of z. The order is nothing but m. So this two formula to calculate residue. Now first of all, the given problem I'm going to take here, z inverse of z 3z square minus 6z plus 4 whole divided by z minus 1 square z minus 2. So now I am going to take this term f of z. Let f of z equal to z into 3z square minus 6z plus 4 divided by z minus 1 square z minus 2. Now multiply and both side z n minus 1. Therefore z n minus 1 is 3z square 6z plus 4 divided by z minus 1 square z minus 2. Now look at this power. What is the value of the power? This power minus 1, this power consider 1. When I am adding this 2, it should be the value is nothing but z power n. So z power n, because minus 1 the plus 1 when I added it will be cancelled. So 3z square minus 6z plus 4 divided by z minus 1 square into z minus 2, z power n minus 1 f of z. Now I consider this is the equation 1. Now first of all, from this equation, first you take the denominator. So denominator z minus 1 square z minus 2 equal to 0. To take the denominator equal to 0, then z minus 1 square equal to 0 and then z minus 2 0. From this equation z minus 1 0, z equal to 1, then z equal to 2. This is our value, z1, z2, this is our poles. So we have two poles. If two poles is nothing but to calculate two residue. And before that, to find this z1, z equal to 1 is a pole of order. To calculate order. So order is z minus 1, power is our order. Now look at here. What is the power? Z power z minus 1 power 2. So this is our order. Z minus 2 power. This is our order. So this is a order. This is a order. So therefore the z equal to 1 is a pole of order 2. M equal to 2. Then z equal to 2 is a pole of order 1. Now z equal to 1, pole of order 2, use the second formula. So calculating the residue z equal to 1. To calculate residue 1, the formula is a limit z tends to a 1 by m minus 1 factorial d power m minus 1 divided by dz power m minus 1 z minus a whole power n z power n minus 1 f of z. Now this cases m equal to 2. Therefore, to substitute a limit z tends to 1 1 by 2 minus 1 factorial d power 2 minus 1 dz power 2 minus 1, then z minus 1 square. This is a equation 1. So by equation 1, z power n 3z square minus 6z plus 4 divided by z minus 1 square z minus 2. Now to cancel this two equation, therefore the value is nothing but limit z tends to 1 1 by 2 minus 1 factorial 1 by 1 factorial d by dz z power n 3z square 6z plus 4 whole divided by z minus 2. Now first of all, to differentiate with respect to z, then to substitute z tends to 1. So using the formula is nothing but d by dx of u by v is nothing but vu dash uv dash by v square. Then another form, d by dx of uv dash plus vu dash. This two formula should apply with this derivative with respect to z. Therefore, now we consider the numerator u, then denominator v. So limit z tends to 1. Now what is a v? Z minus 2, v into u dash. So u dash numerator to differentiate, but the numerator in terms of two part uv form. So uv means now here I consider z power n u. Whenever I consider this term u and this term v, therefore now differentiate u v dash. This is a u, v dash is 6z, z square differentiation 2z, so 2 into 3 6z minus 6 z1 plus 0. So u v dash plus v 3z square 6z plus 4 v u dash n z power n minus 1. So now this is a nothing but this is a form v u dash minus u v dash. U is z power n 3z square 6z plus 4. This term is u v dash 1 minus 0 whole divided by z minus 2 square. So therefore any possible for the simplification, limit z tends to 1 z minus 2 z power n 6z minus 6 plus n z power n minus 1 3z square minus 6z plus 4. This is a term. Then minus z power n 3z square minus 6z plus 4 whole divided by z minus 2 square. Now to substitute z tends to 1. So whenever I am substituting z tends to 1, 1 minus 2, then 1 power n, 6 into 1 minus 6, then plus n 1 power n minus 1, 3 1 square 6 1 plus 4. This is a one term minus 1 power n 3 1 square minus 6 1 plus 4 whole divided by 1 minus 2 square. So therefore 1 minus 2 is minus 1. Then this whole term 0, 0 plus n into 1 power n minus 1. This term 3 minus 6 plus 4. This is a 1. Then divided by and minus this term 1 power n into 1 minus 1 square. So therefore this 1 power 1, 1 power 1, when I multiply this n into minus 1, n into 1 power n minus 1 power n whole divided by minus 1 square is 1. So therefore minus n 1 power n minus 1 power n, this is a residue 1. And then find residue 2. So residue 2 is nothing but using the first formula, z tends to z equal to 2, then residue 2 limit z tends to a, z minus a, z power n minus 1 f of z, limit z tends to 2, z minus 2, z power n minus 1. This is a by equation number 1, z power n, 3z square 6z plus 4 divided by z minus 1 square z minus 2. Now to cancel this 2 term, now substitute z tends to 2, z tends to 2. So 2 power n, 3 2 square minus 6 into 2 plus 4 divided by 2 minus 1 square. Now this is a 2 power n. Now 3 into 4, 12 minus 12 plus 4 divided by 2 minus 1, 1 square. Therefore residue 2 is nothing but 4 into 2 power n. Now what is the f of n? So f of n is nothing but z inverse of sum of the residue. So sum of the residue is nothing but, so this is the first one, z inverse. The whole term we consider f of n. So this whole term, because z inverse of f of z, z inverse of f of z is nothing but f of n. So f of n is nothing but sum of the residue. If I want to calculate this term, z inverse of the whole term equal to sum of the residue. Therefore f of n or z inverse of z 3z square minus 6z plus 4 divided by z minus 1 square z minus 2 is nothing but sum of the residue of z power n minus 1 f of z. So r1 plus r2. So r1 is nothing but minus n into 1 power n minus 1 power n. This is a r, plus r2 is nothing but plus 4 2 power n, plus 4 2 power n. So now this is our final answer. Z inverse of z 3z square minus 6z plus 4 whole divided by z minus 1 square z minus 2. So minus n 1 power n minus 1 power n and then plus 4 2 power n. So this is a we mention f of n also. Thank you.